All right, what's good, people? It's the Wood is back. The gang's all here.
So with it,
Don't get used to it.
How everybody feeling today, man?
it's another one.
Feeling
Another
Gucci.
Tuesday.
You feeling Gucci?
Mm. Can't say that no more, man.
You
It don't
can't
got
say
the
that
same
no
meaning
more.
no more. Nah, they got the
You
same
jumping the
meaning.
gun. Oh, man.
Oh man. Well, what's good, everybody that's checking in with us, man? We appreciate y'all checking in with us. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to catch us live. Come chat it up with us, man. We are in the live chat, so we see everything that you guys are writing. So we can clap back at any moment. Uh,
Basically.
but anyways, yeah, man, y'all can catch us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Follow us on all the social media websites. Uh, we also on iTunes, so make sure y'all subscribe to us on iTunes. Give us a good review. All 5 stars would be great. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this, man. Do y'all want to start with basketball or not?
Yeah,
How
that
ya
worked, man.
or
Might
the
as well.
Grammys? I don't think none of us really watch the Grammys. I feel
Nah.
like we're kind of too old for that right now.
Man, I couldn't name you half the people that are in the music industry no more. I just found out who YG was like the other day, and I still couldn't tell
YG.
you a song.
I mean, if you walk
I
straight
still don't
past
know
me, I
who he
wouldn't
is.
know who he was.
Yeah, I think I'd walk past him and not know who he was. I'm not even gonna
Even
lie.
if I
I think
did know who he was, I would have walked past him.
who?
I said, even if I did know who he was, I would have walked past him.
Y'all know who
Only
Trippy Red is?
who?
Who?
Yeah, okay, never mind.
I think I went to college with a dude named Trippy Red.
Trippy Red.
Yeah, apparently,
I heard the
apparently he
name.
hot in the streets now. I don't know. I just see these people on like Apple Music.
Man, you heard what I was listening to before we started this live.
You talking
Only
about
only one I know
I
of
live in something.
is that dadgum Cardi B.
I Cardi B and Donald Glover, Childish Gambino.
I'm not talking about the music.
Oh, Cardi B did music. She won Grammys yesterday.
I don't care.
Did she win? She actually
Yeah,
won?
what's crazy is she won for best hip hop album, the first female to ever win for best hip hop album
Was it
That's
hip hop or
blasphemy.
best rap album?
or best rap album, either one, whatever.
Is
Yeah.
blasphemy regardless.
She
I mean,
won.
who was the competition?
I don't
Cole,
know. I think
Kendrick.
somebody
So it's blasphemy regardless.
Kendrick wasn't in it. I don't think.
He had an album out this year.
Yeah, but you know how the Grammys do it. It's weird how they put you in the
A year
category.
later.
Yeah, it'd be like a year or two later.
I ain't even really like no Drake fan, but I mean that Scorpion had a
Yeah.
couple of hits on it though.
She was up against Drake. She beat Drake out.
Yeah, nah. I mean I can't really say nothing. I ain't can't play like I heard an album or nothing, but
I like J. Cole's
right.
KOD album myself.
That's what I say. That's what I say. I say Cole. She beat out Cole, and I don't agree with it.
I don't agree with it.
Thought he got a hear album. I just don't agree with it.
All right, let's go ahead and get this out the way real quick. This ain't one of the topics I sent y'all, but it sounds like Dak Prescott ain't willing to take that hometown discount.
I don't blame him, but
I don't
I
either.
don't blame him.
like on the business side of it, I wish he would, but I don't blame him at all.
Nick, you still a fan. That's what it is. You still a fan.
Hey, man, I want my dude to take a little discount, man. I want it to be about these dubs, man.
You know what's crazy?
that's-
Go ahead.
I was gonna say everybody is saying all the quarterbacks that were in the playoffs and winning championships are not the highest paid players on their teams.
Right.
You got to have something around you. You got to have somebody to throw it to. You got to have somebody to hand off to. You ain't gonna be able to do it yourself.
And Nick is saying this. And if you put Nick in Dak Prescott's shoes right now, he's not taking a discount.
Bro.
Guaranteed.
Yes, I am, bro.
No,
Yes,
you're
I am,
not.
bro. Look, because I know. Look, first of all, he's the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, so it ain't like he's gonna be hurting for endorsements or some more exposure.
Yeah.
Dude.
And
This is
if
his
you
first
win more
deal.
bowls,
This
you
is his
get
first
more.
deal. His first deal. He was coming off a rookie contract.
That's what I'm saying. So he ain't gonna be hurting for money, and the difference between him making $190 million in his career and $120 million in his career, his lifestyle ain't about to change.
Nick, you are lying. You are not taking a discount, bro.
I
You
promise
are not
you,
taking a discount.
bro. If they said, all right, we can go ahead and give you Zeke and Amari, your offensive line gonna be tight for the next 6 years. Hey, the D gonna be right. All you gotta do is take care of the rock.
You do not care about winning like that, dude. I'm telling you, you are not gonna care. You gonna want your money.
No,
This is your first big contract. It's not like his second, third contract. This is his first contract. He gonna take the money. You don't take no deal on your first contract.
Hey, though, it'd be different if he was. I'm not saying take no $10 million a year contract. I'm not saying that. I'm saying take like a 17.
Nick, you are gonna get all the money you can get.
17, 18. Now, okay, then we ain't making the playoffs. Man. We're not making the playoffs anymore.
I've been hearing they talking about they want to pay him $28 million a year. He is not no $28 million a year quarterback.
How much?
Just because my boy. Because that's why I was just about to say, just because my boy Kirk Cousins got that big old deal,
messed it up for everybody.
I mean,
messed it up for everybody.
He's better than Kirk Cousins, so
yeah, I'm about there now. I'm about there. I'm about there. But you know, if they still gave me the option between them two, I still probably take Kirk Cousins. But I'm, you know,
you gonna pay him that much money?
I wouldn't be. He's doing that out of straight pride and ego of saying that Kirk Cousins is better. It ain't because of the truth.
You know who I compare? It's probably a bad comparison, but as far as the situation, as far as taking the money over a winning team, I compare Kirk Cousins to Carmelo Anthony.
Yes.
Well, I like that comparison.
Except he's not as good. Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's disrespect to Carmelo.
It is, but
he should feel disrespected.
Exactly what he did.
That's mad disrespect to Carmelo.
He should feel that way too.
Carmelo is a Hall of Famer. Kirk Cousins ain't even sniffing the Hall of Fame ever.
But I think he's saying as far as like somebody who's good who ain't gonna never win nothing.
Dude, these teams were paying Carmelo not to come to their camps, like not to come to the locker room, dude.
Melo,
like here, we'll give you $100 million, just go home.
Melo old now. Kirk Cousins ain't good.
But Melo never got past the first round.
Did he even get to the playoffs?
He made it to the Western Conference Finals with Denver.
You sure?
Fact check it.
You might need to fact that check.
You might need to fact check that one.
Hey, Western Conference Finals, Denver. When he had George Karl. Look it up.
I don't know about that one, Coach.
Yeah, I believe it.
They were good, man. They was good for a second.
I ain't putting no money on it, but I believe it.
Hey, Siri, I gotta check.
When had George Karl, it was him, and he had what's the boyfriend with the tat?
Kenyon
Martin,
Chauncey Billups. He had a squad, man.
so did everybody else in the Western Conference.
Yeah, AI coming off the bench.
Nah, this was before AI.
He definitely didn't make the play.
He didn't get that far with AI. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, he didn't even know he made it to the Western Conference Finals.
AI never made it that back close to it since Philly. When he made it to the finals, he never got back there again. He never came close.
See, why DJ over here trying to check it, Joe? Check it real quick.
Nick might be right. 2009 NBA Western Conference Finals, Nuggets versus Lakers.
Oh, okay. Weird. What'd they get swept?
But they got swept though.
No matter what, he made it. No, he made it.
They didn't get swept. They won 2 games.
Oh, so it went 6 then.
Yeah, but they got blew out in them other games though. Bad. About like 20 each time.
20.
Melo made it to the Western Conference Finals though. That's about as far as Chuck made it.
No, Chuck went to the finals.
No, he didn't.
He played the Bulls.
Yeah, I think he did.
Talking about?
No, he didn't. He did play the Bulls. He did play the Bulls. He got swept though.
No, he didn't get swept.
he got as many finals wins as Carmelo.
Jordan didn't sweep anybody in the finals. All those games went to 6.
Y'all think you think CP3 is good?
I don't think he gonna win nothing.
Nah, he ain't gonna win. Especially
he too old now.
I still didn't answer that question, but I just don't feel like he's gonna win nothing. But
he good.
He too old now, and he not big enough to be able to do anything at his age.
He can't stay on the court either. He stay
right.
That's what I'm saying. He too old. His body too old for all that.
He has to be like your third best player for you to be like a contender, a true contender.
He looks like he's in pain all the time. You just seen the way he walks.
He does. He literally looks like he's hurting.
I don't even think he'd have to be your third. I think he had to be your fourth.
Who, Chris Paul?
Yeah. I think he'd probably be your third. But I mean, if you look at like who came in that class, you gotta look at like D Wade, he old in the mud. I compare everybody like D Wade that came in that class. If you like still hooping and you like came in with D Wade, then you doing it. Like that's why I ain't that man that like Melo ain't hooping no more. Yo,
right.
D Wade, he done.
I put Chris Paul on the same level as Harrison Barnes.
Yeah, third
not today. And he shouldn't be third option.
You said today.
That's my point.
You said today.
Yeah, today.
Yeah, Harrison Barnes right now.
And Harrison Barnes shouldn't be your third best player.
Apparently not.
But was Harrison Barnes our third best player though?
We went and got him like he was gonna be our first.
Yeah, y'all definitely. I spent a lot of money on Harrison Barnes.
That was before like we got Luka and Dennis Smith Jr. and all that.
But why do we give him money? Like
dumb contract.
Didn't nobody else want to come?
yeah.
We ain't got nobody else to give the money to. So here you go.
Like I mean, well, shit, we got this money to spend. Might as well give it to somebody. Yeah, you can't lose about 20 a night. I mean,
we'll make sure you never want to leave.
Dang, man. I saw that contract. I was like, I would have traded him last year.
Hey man,
get this dude off the books. He making how much a year?
Exactly.
He was making like what 20 to 30 million a year.
He was making like 25 million a year.
Yeah, like 25.
And he was only giving you
24, 25.
Points.
He was giving me about 20 a night. It was like 19.8 or something like that.
He gave me about 12.
It was like this year. It was only like 14 something points a game.
No way. Check Bet money.
Bet how much you got?
No, how much
what you got in your pocket right now? What you got?
I'm about to fact check you right now because I know it's more than that.
It wasn't much because we had a group chat about this. I sent you the stats.
You know, wasn't much. Don't drop down from 14 all of a sudden. Watch, it's gonna be about 19 again.
It ain't even gonna be close to 19.
It's gonna be about 14 and a half.
It's gonna be 14 something.
Because I looked this up the other day, man. When you said that, I was like, I think he averaging more than that.
If you're looking up Harrison Barnes, no good can come out of it.
Let's see, points per game for Harrison Barnes.
Oh, he played for the.
In 3 seasons, he averaged 18.
This year.
I said this year though.
This year.
17.
10.5. No, this year was 17.
10.5.
Dude, they threw out a number.
He's 17.
Oh, that's when he got to Sacramento.
Yeah.
17.7.
This year, 17. 17.4.
So about 18 a game.
Has he been playing all the
17
games?
A game.
Like, I feel like I've never seen him on the court.
17.7.
Has anybody seen him on the court?
The only time I saw him play was when he got traded.
It's a quiet 17.
He's the modern day Anton Jameson.
Anton, man, you talking about to me, that was a disappointment.
Yeah.
Did you know that he used to give you like 20 and 10 a night? He give you a quiet 20 and 10 and don't even know.
Right.
Maybe it's just me, but when they were coming out of North Carolina, him and Vince Carter, wasn't it talks like Antoine Jameson was like the better pick?
I mean, straight out of the gate, it looked like he might be, but
I knew more about Antoine Jameson than I did Vince Carter when I was watching.
When Anton Walker,
not Antoine Walker,
did he come out with them also? I know, but did Anton Walker come out with them also?
Nah, Antoine Walker.
Nah, he was older.
Was he older?
And he came from Kentucky. He was older. He came out before Vince.
How is Vince still doing what he doing though?
He ain't doing much. They ain't asked him to do much. He pretty much just playing half court.
But still,
he playing like that, like the 40 and over half court.
But he still play above the rim though.
Yeah, he's still getting you like 10 to 12 a game. And like, you've seen Dirk right at 40 something.
Well, name everybody else that's on the Atlanta Hawks right now. Besides Trey Young.
I'm just saying wherever he go, the last couple of seasons, man, he been
contributing.
A solid player.
Yeah, he been contributing.
And Dirk run like he hurt.
Man.
Who y'all got in the foot race? Dirk over Tom Brady?
Ooh,
no, I take Tom Brady.
I'm gonna go Dirk because his stride's longer.
Bro, have you seen how slow Dirk?
He ain't gonna make it down. He ain't gonna make it down.
Tom Brady is, bro.
I know, but Dirk looking like he gonna topple over, like he running on some stilts or something.
Tom Brady has 12 rushing yards all season.
Dirk has about 12 points all season.
They both look like they running in place.
Dirk look bad, bro. Like I was watching him last night, and I was like, golly,
this is it.
He run like everything hurt.
Like he really looks like that 40 and over Ripley at YMCA right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's still getting them shots before every game.
He's
spotting up.
He's a glorified mascot right now. You know.
All right, let's get to this other topic here, man. Man, a lot of controversy has been around Gucci and Prada for blackface items that have hit the shelves. And, you know, a lot of black people calling for boycotting of these things. I mean, I think I've seen a pair of shoes, maybe like what was it, like a skull cap or something like that. They had like it was all black with the red lips on it. And then I saw some shoes that was kind of like that. And Prada had like the little keychains that looked like Sambo keychains or something like that.
Yeah.
I had this discussion with my wife yesterday, and I want to get you guys' opinions on it. But what I said was it's only going to be one or two things. One is the obvious. They know what they're doing. They knew what they were doing when they released this. But the other half of me is like, maybe this is just plain ignorance of people that don't know the culture, because these people aren't from the States. So these are like, what are they? What is Gucci and Prada? Was that Italian or something like that?
Yeah.
Something like that. I mean, you should know, but at the same time, you're talking about companies that have been here for, I don't know, a super long time, and it could be just ignorance because, you know, people that just didn't grow up or, you know, know anything about the culture or anything, and they probably just saw something and thought it was cool. But the other half is you got to do your due diligence and just know, like, you shouldn't do this.
Somebody in the company should have said something. Like,
yeah,
come on, man.
Prada been around since 1913.
Yeah.
So somebody know.
They were there when slavery started.
but that's what I mean. Is like these companies have been big for so long that they made so much money. You got to think the people that are taking over, it's probably the kids of the people that came up with it, kind of thing, and they didn't grow up knowing all of this social stuff that we know.
They got the internet too, though.
They bad.
But what do you need?
I'm not giving no passes.
Nah, yeah, I wouldn't say don't give them a pass. I was just saying I can see where ignorance could play a role, but I also see where you should have done your due diligence. So,
bro, this whole thing
they
is
know
like,
what they're doing.
Yeah, that would be like if they made like a white hoodie that had the little eye holes cut out that's real pointy, and they just didn't know. And it's like, look, you can flip it over your head and it looks cool. No, bro, come on, man.
But my thing is, if you know what you're doing, you know that this is going to hurt.
For how long?
But this is going to hurt your bottom line, period. If you know what you're doing.
No, it's not.
Why wouldn't it? If nobody's buying it?
Because the name is just getting out there. That's all it is.
The name's been out there, though. Everybody's heard of Gucci and Prada.
It is not going to hurt them.
If you know what you're doing, man, for your business, I just don't think that's going to help your business at all. I don't see how that helps. That's why, to me, that was my other half saying, like, this got to be just plain ignorance. Because this does not help your business. It hurts it. Because people that would normally buy your product won't be buying it because of that.
They had blackface like newspapers and advertisements and stuff like that way back in the day over in Europe. So they're not oblivious to blackface and racism and the big red lips that they used to show on the cartoons and the commercials and stuff like that back in the day. So they're not oblivious to that. They know what they're doing.
They got social media just like us. They got internet just like us.
It's certain designers, certain people, certain groups that only want certain people wearing their clothes. Right. They don't want nothing to do with certain people.
Are you saying
and they don't care?
This was a strategic move to stop black people from wearing their stuff?
Like a Tommy Hilfiger, yes.
Tommy Hilfiger went on, what was it, Oprah, and said, my clothes are not for a certain class of people. Basically. So you mean to tell me he was ignorant too?
Oh, well, I mean, he came out and said it. But they were, but they were coming out talking like they didn't, like they are just now catching it, kind of thing. Like, no, you're starting to get flack for it. You didn't really just catch it now. Right. So I mean, I don't know, man.
It can't just be a jet. If you had plenty of time to go, you find the clothes, you drew it out, you made them, you found a model, you put the clothes on the model, found a photographer and a background. Put the model in there, took a picture, found a magazine to put it in, and then put it in the magazine, and you just not catching it? Nah, man.
You mean it went through all them people and nobody?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody. There's no way this got approved by that many people, and they didn't know that, hey, we might get some backlash for this.
Look, that many people said, yeah, I think this is a good idea. That many people.
I was involuntarily boycotting Prada and Gucci anyway because that's a little bit out of my price range. So,
right,
I ain't worried about that.
That's what they saying. It's not for you.
They ain't worried about us.
I wasn't worried about it when I saw that. I was like, okay.
The people who are actually going to be upset ain't buying it no way.
I wasn't worried.
I will continue not to buy your overpriced.
Well, I could scratch that off my goal list. I wasn't looking to buy it. I'm not looking to buy that.
You had it on your dream board and you just took it off.
Take that off that vision board.
Gucci belt.
Oh, man. Let me see what else we got up here. All right. We go switch gears here and go over to recent remarks made by Liam Neeson, the star of those Taken movies.
All 12 of them.
I don't know if you guys actually heard the interview. I just heard a clip of it where basically he had a friend that was raped, and he was trying to get a description from his friend, and she told him he was black, and he was looking to find any kind of confrontation with anybody black, any black guy. Well, he didn't say any black guy. He said any black bastard, and he was looking to kill him.
Yeah, he said he was walking around the streets with a weapon.
Yeah. He was looking to kill him. And then he backtracked and, basically just trying to say he's not racist or anything like that. But once you say that, it's out there. It's too late, bro. Ain't no walking that back.
Ain't no whoops. Whoops. I mean,
my bad.
I'm not racist.
Nah.
Well,
I didn't really want to kill a black person.
He sent that tweet out. He said he was on Ambien that day.
He was on. But my thing is, I understand he at the time he was trying to promote the movie that he's got coming out. But my thing was like you don't have to tell everybody everything. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna say something like that, you gotta word it better, man. Just say I was just out looking for a guy or soming like that. I was just looking for somebody to kill. Don't be specific.
I want every last one of them to say it. I want to know where y'all are. Don't hide in the closet no more. Be out in public. Go on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that, so I can know where to not go.
Those are the ones you want to avoid. That's little anger issues, and they come out.
And then,
all them Taken movies might not have been fake.
Hey, man, that social media is something else, man. That's like a tornado waiting to happen. Like, you never know when it's coming your way. Like, you can't say the wrong thing. Because I think, what's her name, Michelle Rodriguez, that was in the Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She tried to come to his defense, kind of thing. Basically saying,
no, she didn't. No, she didn't.
She basically said, she's like, I can't see how he's racist when I just saw him put his tongue down Viola Davis' throat in that movie they just did, Widows.
Oh, well, he ain't racist then.
He ain't racist.
You mean the one where he got paid a few $1 million to stick his tongue down the black woman's throat? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I keep her nickname in the group chat.
Please do. Thing though. Like, if everybody spewed out every thought that they ever had, you would think up something that like the majority of society would like criminalize you for.
Right.
He just didn't know when to shut up.
He ain't had no filter.
No, like I mean, if he had that thought, that feeling, and then he later on he said, "Dang man, I was a horrible person for that. Like, what was I thinking?" Which he probably did. He probably did. He probably did think like, "Man, I was a horrible person. I mean, that's real freaking racist, and I shouldn't be like that." Cool, you have remorse for how you felt. Don't tell everybody.
He found the cure though.
Yeah, but you just shut up.
Power walking is the cure for racism.
Power walking. Yeah, he did say that too. He's like,
yeah,
power walking. Who knew that gets rid of racism? Power walking.
As long as you don't run into one.
Power walking.
Power walking.
What? I was like, dude, this is not going well for you. You just need to quit, man. Like once you say power walking, like, dude, that's the cure for racism. 500 years, what was it, 400 years. All they needed to do was power walk, and they wouldn't
power walking.
They
were power walking in Charlottesville, wasn't it?
I don't know about power walking.
They was walking,
power stomping.
marching.
It was a black power.
Oh man,
a little different. Yeah.
I love Viola Davis, man. How to Get Away with Murder is one of my favorite shows. Yeah, I said it.
I hope you wouldn't teach me.
You can't take that back. You know that, right?
No. I don't want to take that back.
You
How
can't
to Get Away with Murder is a great show. Thursday night, I'm there.
I wouldn't know.
Crickets.
Any of you other grown men on this show? No.
No.
No. All right, then.
No.
Get you some How to Get Away with Murder. That's a good show.
So how is Real Housewives of Atlanta as well?
I don't watch that. I don't watch reality shows. I stopped watching reality shows years ago.
All right, then.
Yeah.
Too late. Can't take it back.
You know what's crazy? I'm not gonna be able to take this back. I watched when
you might not want to say it.
We're on the air.
Yeah, I don't want to say.
Liam Neeson right now. You about to Liam Neeson right now?
Nah, I'll just say I used to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta when they first started, and then I stopped for my own reasons. Why I wanted to stop?
Because you didn't want to have to say it on air.
After that season 8?
No. It was like the first season, second season.
Just the first decade. You know, I watched first decade and
Right.
Nah.
The right 10 years.
Nah, I don't watch any reality shows now. The last reality show I watched was Braxton Family Values.
Oh, I can't stand that garbage.
Yeah, I got tired of it. I stopped watching that a couple years ago.
I don't know what that is.
With the Braxtons, Tony Braxton.
Tony Braxton.
Why would I watch that?
Huh?
I don't know. Brent, I'm with you, man. I don't know what they're talking about.
I was watching it with my wife, man. Can I spend time with her?
Oh no, he gonna blame it on the wife.
No, she was watching. She actually got me watching it.
Y'all like got no other rooms in your house?
Yeah, but
y'all don't run your house. Y'all don't run your house. Baby dude, he got
so I'm away from my wife all day. I come home and go into another room.
But that, yes.
If she's watching the Braxtons, you need to tell her, baby, you need to choose.
I feel sorry for all y'all wives.
I mean, look,
spend
man.
some time with them, man.
I bet you there's a game on. Y'all can sit and watch the game together.
Yeah, we'll watch a game. If it's a game I want to watch, we'll watch a game together.
So there's an alternative to Braxton Family Values.
But there's a give and take. I watch something that she wants to watch. She watches something that I want to watch. Hey, don't
y'all mutually decided on the Braxton.
Yeah. Especially if I'm hogging the TV all the time. It's like, okay, I'll give you one. I give you one show. There you go.
You watch YouTube all day.
Yeah, I do now. But at the time, that's what I'm saying. I don't watch Braxton Family Values anymore. That was years ago.
You watching all the recordings on YouTube?
No.
He stopped by power walking. That's how he broke his craving. Power walking.
Power walking. Power walking. That did it, man. What else we got on here? Indian man sues his parents for giving birth to him without his consent. Mumbai businessman Raphael Samuel told the BBC that it was wrong to bring children into the world because they then have to put up lifelong suffering. So in turn, he's suing his parents for birthing him. I don't know if he's gonna win that.
Businessman?
Yeah, that's what he said. And I think his mom's a lawyer.
Get his business out there.
Yeah, and I think his mom's a lawyer, and she's basically saying, "Bring it." That's what her statement was. It's a few explicit words in there, so I don't want to say those.
He one of them kids that grew up not liking his mama.
I don't know, man. It just sounds like it's more another person that's like attention grabbing. You know, something that's catchy. Nobody's heard that before, so.
Somebody said they need to kill him then. I've
heard that before too.
Yeah.
Right.
He can kill
like, oh, you don't want to be here. We can fix that.
You can end the suffering right now.
Like, it's not a big deal. I mean,
that sounds he's just doing an attention grab. It kind of reminds me of when that lady said that she believed that she was white when she was black, and they come to find out later on she just did it to get some attention and to get a free trip to the show.
You talking about Rachel Dolezal?
Yeah, that chick.
She got a documentary on Netflix. Oh, it's another chick. I sent y'all.
Yeah, it was another one.
It was another lady.
It was a couple.
Oh, I was more upset. Oh, that's Nick. I had to mute you. Had a loud noise coming from you. I had to mute you there for a minute. Let me see if it
tornado tunnel.
I don't know. I thought something was happening over there. Wait a minute, Nick. I muted you, man.
Somebody check the weather.
Can you unmute yourself? Because it won't let me.
I got nervous.
Try it again. All right, now you back. All right. Yeah, that lady there. That I was more upset with that lady that she that was her definition of what a black woman looked like. I was more upset with that than her actually thinking she's black. At least Rachel Dolezal could actually kind of eased into it a little bit. But this lady, it wasn't even close. I was like, that's what you think a black woman look like? Like, she was darker than me. I was like, come on now.
She needs some help.
Her husband looked more like a black dude than she. She did.
Yeah.
Did you see the pictures before pictures though?
What was
blonde hair, blue eyed? I guess some type of bikini model or something.
Right.
White? No, she ain't no model.
She used to be. She used to be.
That lady? Nah.
That lady was a blonde haired, blue eyed bikini model. Yes.
Wow. She had a whole bunch of work done.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden she had like some curly weave and looked like she was darker than me somehow.
Maybe we thinking about
let her live. Let her be whatever she want to be.
I mean, that's cool, but when you start saying I'm gonna have black babies and stuff, like,
well, okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. They said that they was gonna have black children.
Oh yeah. I heard that too.
Yeah. She said the doctor told me I'm gonna have black kids. No, you're not.
Yeah, Michael Jackson said he was gonna have white kids too.
He did.
And he went and got some.
Yeah, he went and got some. He didn't have them.
He went and got some.
Yeah.
I was born that night, not last night. You can't tell me you gonna have no. I saw old Michael Jackson. I know what he looked like. That ain't gonna just change.
Right.
What was that? Cat Williams said that big old greasy bell pepper nose.
Yep. You ain't fooling me. You ain't gonna have no blonde hair, blue eye baby.
People will say anything for attention. It don't even matter. The way the news is and social media, you can get yourself out there.
Man, I got to think of something, man. That dude's a genius. I got to get our channel out there some kind of way. You know, man, what can I say?
I'm off the wall.
I need
don't say nothing to get us like banned though. Like, you know.
You already did.
They let us back on.
I think they were just having technical difficulties, man. I don't think
man.
It was just under investigation, nothing big.
Right.
It was under investigation.
He had to put in a plea. Like, all right, go ahead, let him make it in. He really want to do this.
All right. Switching over to the NFL, the Cleveland Browns signed Kareem Hunt. Despite the controversy around his domestic violence that was caught on video by TMZ, how y'all feel about them signing Kareem Hunt?
It's way too soon.
Cowboys should have signed him.
Nah, we got Zeke.
We're about the only team that don't need him.
Yeah.
I mean, could have traded Zeke.
Us and the Rams, we don't need them like that.
I'm about to mute Marcus.
Hey, I mean, we have no need for him, but you knew it was going to happen, though. He's 23 years old. He led the league in rushing, the year before last? I mean, he can catch out the backfield. He can score. Yeah, but it's about winning.
Yeah.
It's about winning.
They
don't really care about that. They don't care. They don't care about that. Come on, let's be for real. Let's sit down and let's be for real. Do they really care about that? Really?
I mean, obviously they don't. I mean,
I could have told you that. They don't read. They gotta say they care for their face and because they don't want to piss people off and blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, if they caught him and he just cold cocked that lady and then nobody said nothing about it, he wouldn't have even got cut.
Yeah, Ray Rice would have got cut until that video came out.
Right.
The only reason why they do it is to save face. But do they really actually care? Nah. They just want to win.
The Chiefs knew about that video when it before it came out.
You gotta know. All these teams know about this stuff. That's why
the Chiefs knew about it and the NFL knew about it.
When Ray Rice got hemmed up, he had already had a 2-game suspension or something like that. But then the video came out and they were like,
right.
"Oh no!"
That's when all of a sudden
he had already got suspended. That's why they were like, "Why is he getting suspended?" He had already got suspended for that. But the video got out. TMZ broke that bread for somebody that was working at that hotel or whatever.
I mean, he was just too old.
That too. He was already kind of hurt.
I mean, it does sound better to me that, him and his wife still got married afterwards.
I don't know. Was that willingly? I don't know, man. You get married, she don't have to testify against you.
Yeah.
That's true.
There's a lot of dollar signs behind that too.
I mean, the Browns, I think they just looked at it like they ain't got nothing to lose. Like we known for being the worst team anyway. We can take a chance. Like, what's the worst that can happen?
Dorsey was the one that drafted him for the Chiefs anyway. Him and Tyreek Hill.
And the thing is that this actually helps Colin Kaepernick collusion case.
It does. It ain't gonna change that.
I mean, it ain't. But the crazy part is that a dude can knock a lady out, and they still gonna bring him on the team. But a dude kneel for a song.
It was more of a nudge.
And come on, bro.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Have you seen the Kareem Hunt video? He pushed her.
And
then he kind of pushed her with his foot. He didn't
push her with his foot.
Back and
yeah, it wasn't really.
But then he left and then came back.
Like, he was acting wild, out of control. But the kick it wasn't like a real.
Okay, looking at that video, would you be confident in saying that he's never hit a woman?
No.
Okay, then. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Just saying the video is not as bad as it.
No, it's nothing. It's not close to Ray Rice's video.
No, that's because he looked like Tyson in Ray Rice's. Like he hit her like a grown man.
That is I was disgusted at that one, man. I was like, dude, come on, man. Like, there's no reason to hit anybody. Like no, let alone a woman. Like, why would you hit somebody else like that? Like,
he would have laid out any grown man with that punch.
Yeah, that would have been. Anybody would have been asleep. So, but yeah. Oh, speaking of Colin Kaepernick, so I do have a question for y'all on this, since he does have the collusion case going. But my question is he still trying to play in the NFL?
I doubt it.
I know he was last year.
Yeah, last year he was. At this point, I feel like it's more about the movement and the fact that they wouldn't even give him a chance.
Oh,
I think he worked out for a team last year.
Was it Baltimore or something?
Mm-hmm.
all right. Now we're gonna go down an unpopular path here because I do have an unpopular opinion, but it's more of a statement than anything else, and maybe a question. Uh, the whole point of Colin Kaepernick kneeling and protests, is peaceful protests, I'm all for it, was for police brutality, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Um,
And equal rights or equal justice for people of color. So it ain't even necessarily brutality, but just equal treatment, period.
Right.
Equal treatment. Okay. Somehow the reason the only issue I have with it, like, it affected football for some reason. Like, it took away from what. How do I want to put this? I want to put this the right way, because I feel like it took away from football in the aspect of it became more of Colin Kaepernick versus the NFL rather than the actual stand that he was kneeling for.
Right.
Which I didn't like. I was like, why are we going after the NFL when you should be going after the police?
Because the NFL went after him first.
Right.
But that's still
because
not your
of the way
fight.
that he got treated based on his, like you said, non-violent protests. Like,
yeah, but
his protests had nothing to do with the NFL.
No, it didn't. But I'm just saying it got hijacked, and now it's all towards the NFL. I haven't heard anything else going towards what he was kneeling for. Like, it's been, everything is, I'm not watching the NFL. Like, people saying, I'm not watching the NFL. The NFL this, the NFL that. I was like, but what about what he was kneeling for? Can we go after that? Like, I thought that's what the whole point of all of this was, and somehow it turned into everybody against the NFL kind of thing. Like,
well, and I heard somebody say too, like, okay, you did your kneel and your whole purpose was awareness and bringing awareness to it. You did that. Okay, now what next?
That Dak Prescott said that.
Yeah, that's who it was. I knew I heard somebody say it.
But what ended up happening, I think the owners and stuff did end up like donate a bunch of money to like social services in urban areas and stuff like that. But I mean, they were going after the NFL because America as a whole doesn't really care. They just want you to sit down and shut up and get out the way. And I want to watch football,
especially athletes.
Yeah, so they don't really care that black and brown people are getting treated a little different. It's kind of like me and you and us. We don't really. I can't say we don't really care, but are we out there pounding the pavement and speaking about legal immigration for Hispanics? No, because we don't know nothing about that. We're not walking in their shoes. It don't affect us like that. So we're more indifferent. So if you had like, I guess, a Hispanic movement that was getting in the way of something you liked or something, you'd be more like, there'd be a lot of people that be like, okay, I wish they would just kind of.
No, I never had a problem with the protest.
Not necessarily you, but I'm saying it's not anything you can relate to, and since they can't relate to it, it don't affect them, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
to Americans as a whole.
I just felt like it got lost. Like, the whole point of it got lost. It hasn't. Any statement or headline has never been about what he protested for. It's always been the NFL. Like, that's been the head of the snake everybody's been trying to cut off. Like, it's not what he actually kneeled for. Like, I don't see articles or anything about that.
No, not anymore. You're right. I mean, they completely stopped talking about that. I mean, most of us, we know what it actually started off being about. Just like they kept trying to make it about the flag. It's like, it had nothing to do with a flag. They could have cared less. Talking about disrespecting military and all kind of other stuff. Like, the dude ain't never said nothing about anything bad about anybody other than equal rights and the police brutality and just the equal treatment of everybody. especially with the police force at the time. And like you said, it turned into a protest against the NFL, and
it just turned into everything against the NFL. I was like, that's not even the whole point of this. And I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm still watching football. Like, I agree with what he protesting for. Like, can two things be true? Can I support two things? Is that possible? Why? That's another thing. Why is it now today that, like, if I don't agree with you completely, I'm against you? Like, I can still be cool with you and not agree with everything that you're about. Like,
it depends on what you don't agree upon together.
No, but it just seems like if you don't agree with everything wholeheartedly with whatever somebody like,
then you're the enemy.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I like Michael Jordan. I don't agree with everything that I've heard about Michael Jordan. I still like him. He's a good player or whatever, but it doesn't mean that I hate him. If I don't agree with something that they say, Ray Allen's my favorite basketball player ever, and I follow him on Instagram. It's a lot of things that he says that I don't agree with, but he's still my favorite player. I still like him, but it just seems like today's time, like if you don't agree with everything somebody says, you're basically against them.
Yeah, but
I don't really agree with that. I don't think everybody. It's some people out there like that, yeah, but you got to understand, like, everybody's not wired like you. Everybody's not going to think the way you think, like, okay, yeah, just because I don't agree with everything they say, I can still, like this person or whatever the case may be. Everybody's not like that.
But it just seems like that social media, though.
Pretty much.
People live a double life. People live one life on social media and one life in reality, so.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you got to think about it. Depends on what you're disagreeing about. I mean, they might not necessarily hate you, but if somebody gave you, just like Liam Neeson, if Liam Neeson had never said what he said, then you wouldn't have that same perspective of him. It'll still change your perspective of people. Like my perspective of Tom Brady changed when I saw him wear that "Make America Great Again" hat, to an extent. I mean, it just depends on what your thoughts are on certain topics. You still gonna change something.
You just confirmed what I already thought about him.
That's true.
That's true too.
That was a trigger for you, huh? That hat. I'm get you.
Yeah, that's that. I mean,
where can you buy those? Where can you buy those?
They don't let us know that.
Hey, I've seen black people wear them.
Kanye.
For some reason, I'm on like one of them. Hey, do y'all ever get those emails from like the DNC or the RNC, like saying buy this like propaganda to help like the Democratic convention and stuff?
Nah.
Somehow I got on the conservative
list. MJ don't.
No, he didn't know.
But I
used to know where to get them to make America great.
I don't know where to get them. I had a bet because I got a buddy of mine that's a New England Patriots fan, but we were gonna have a bet that if they lost, he'd have to wear a "Make America Great Again" hat in front of his house. He had to take a picture for social media, but they ended up winning.
You gonna get that man killed?
For real.
Not in the neighborhood he was living in. He would have fit right in.
He gonna get praised.
They would have liked him so much more.
He would fit right in.
Tell you, that's where they are, man. On them RNC emails, I got one that had where you could buy a cup. It was a mug and it said "build that wall" on it. And I be getting all kind of stuff, man. Like, man, how I get on this email chain, dude?
Oh, you know how you got on there. You know how you got on there.
Did you put my email on one of them little?
He probably did.
National convention emails you got?
Nah.
He sitting there thinking, "Yes, I'm gonna get Nick."
Hey man, I don't judge people or how they vote or whatever. My only job to do is I just want to make people actually think stuff through, and not just go with something blindly. And I do the same. You tell me something, I research it to make me think. Don't just tell me something just cause. With nothing behind it. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Marcus. Marcus got a habit of just saying stuff, and then it's like nothing behind it.
No fact check. Don't be fact checking nothing that come out of his mouth.
It's like
Don't
a
fact
bullet.
check nothing.
It's like a bullet with no gunpowder in it. It's like he just throwing stuff at it.
You try to fact check anything I say, you're gonna be searching for days.
I was like, there's stuff to be said. I'm like, where do you get this stuff from? And like, where is your source?
It sound true.
You literally just came up with it. Like,
it sound good.
It sound like people should know that.
Nah. I'm praying. I gotta pray for your daughter. You gonna be telling her some outlandish stuff. That ain't true.
Sound good.
You're like, who told you this?
I'm like, Daddy told me.
He's never done this. Why are he telling you to do this?
I'm just saying, you know.
What is this in the chat? How can we get these people out of Congress that have been in office since JFK? That goes to the thing I've said on episodes previous. Like, why would anything change if you have one party that is not willing to, help you, quote unquote, and the other one already knows that they're going to get your vote. So why would anything change?
So what are you proposing? That we make like a black people party or something?
I just propose that like you make people work for your vote. That's all I say.
We're gonna have to think a little bit bigger. It's gonna have to be a full minority party.
Because you got look at it now. If all right, I'm just using this party as an example. Like the Democratic Party, pretty much you get the black vote off top. Let's just go ahead and say that.
Black and pretty much Hispanic, yeah.
But they're working with the Hispanic right now.
Why are they working with the Hispanics?
Because they can get that vote.
Is that why? Or is it because they're about to be the majority in a second and we stuck at like 6% of the population and it ain't about to change?
The wall ain't coming fast enough.
I feel like that's a small way of looking at it. I'm thinking of they're doing the same thing that they did to black people all these years. They're just pandering to you just to get your vote. It's breeding. It's breeding for votes. That's all it is. But what's really changing though?
That's with everybody. You trying to breed for everybody's vote. But when you're the majority, if I know that I can pull 50% of a majority that's already 70% of the country, then yeah, I'm gonna go after that. I don't care about that other 30%.
But that's the thing. That's what they were bringing up in the chat. Like, how do you get these people out of Congress that've been in there since JFK? They're doing exactly what you're saying. They're not changing anything. They're just doing whatever it needs to be done to keep the votes. They're not doing anything to help that particular group of people.
No.
They've been trying since JFK. They're still trying.
They've been trying.
But that's because you can't serve both sides, man. You can't. There's no way. Because they're complete opposites. One of them is all about capitalism and making a dollar and tax-free for corporations and tax a smaller guy, and the other one is the complete opposite. You can't have both of them. So you got to pick one. And so you just gonna keep what you can get. Because I mean, really, the country split right down the middle. So
that's what I'm gonna go build me an island and become my own country.
You gonna get that tax too?
They're gonna tax you for that island.
Who's gonna tax me? I'm gonna be my own nation.
You gonna get invaded. too easy to take that over.
What they gonna invade for? I don't have no natural resources.
But you ain't got no guns either.
Well, I don't need no guns if I ain't got nothing to protect.
It's easy to take over.
They're gonna take all that sand.
They're gonna take all of that.
Are they gonna come take 1,000 square feet?
Yeah.
Why waste their time?
Yeah, they're gonna take all that.
How dare you build your own country?
Last question in the chat: will Texas ever be a blue state? Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
See all them Cali people moving out here, man?
Don't mean nothing.
Veto almost won.
You keep wanting to believe that.
Veto was close. Coming.
I give it another 15, 20 years.
Nah.
I give them not in our lifetime.
Oh man, I want my kids to be able to vote and think it actually matters.
Man, think it matters.
It's getting close to mattering, man. Beto almost made it, man. Y'all not seeing the bigger picture.
He gonna run again?
Nah, but we might have somebody. It don't matter. We might have somebody else.
I think I feel like I heard that he was supposed to be running for a different some different role now in politics.
He don't know what he want to do.
Supposedly he was doing like I thought he was running for president. I thought he been talking to Beezy Baby.
Who?
What?
Who?
Obama,
Obama.
man.
Obama.
Both of y'all getting y'all black card taken.
Hey, for real.
I didn't know what he said. All I said
You
was
heard him
Beezy
say
Baby.
Obeezy baby. Obeezy
know,
baby.
I've heard
You
of
know who that
Obeezy.
is.
I ain't never heard no Obeezy Baby.
You know who that is.
Black card
I thought
revoked.
you was back on that YG or whatever.
Yeah, I was like, who is in the hip hop community in the White House?
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
it? He
Yeah,
said
yeah.
1976, Texas was blue.
At the end of this call, go ahead and just email us your black card.
I already got my Texas hat on.
Hey man, I just got my black card back last year. I watched New Jack City.
Dude.
Oh man.
But I got one more test to pass. I got to watch Color Purple.
What's one
The
black
first
movie
time?
that if you ain't never seen, you get your black card revoked?
Probably
Color
Color
Purple.
Purple. Probably Color Purple.
I'm trying to think about seeing The Color Purple.
God knows I do, but I
I know bits and pieces of Color Purple, but the movie was just too long. It was like watching Roots. I just couldn't watch.
I think I've watched Roots when I was real
I
little.
watched Roots. I should have a permanent black card for watching Roots.
I don't think I ever finished
That
it.
movie's like 2
But
weeks
that's
long.
like, no, like our generation, if you watch Amistad, then you can get.
I didn't watch Amistad because I watched Roots.
Well, I mean,
You
I'm
watch
just saying,
Roots,
like, if
you
you
didn't
ain't
watch
watched
Amistad?
Roots, but then you watch Amistad, like, you good, you covered.
Okay, that's the Cliff Note version.
Yeah,
of the Roots.
that's the new school. That's the new school Roots.
Yeah, because Roots was like 12 hours long.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Roots, like multiple restroom breaks to watch Roots. Yeah,
Do it.
I'm thinking.
It come on like 6 different DVDs.
Man,
whole series.
my parents had the book, Alex Haley's book, The Roots. I don't think anybody in the house read it. Maybe my parents read it.
Like an
I just-
encyclopedia?
Yeah, it was right next to the encyclopedia. As a matter of fact,
Man, y'all remember having to do book reports after encyclopedia?
bro,
Man.
Oh, they had Google.
Man.
these kids will never know what it's like to do a book report out of encyclopedias.
Take
Man,
you all
that-
week long.
When somebody say go
3-page
look it
report.
up, that meant something totally different back then.
Dude, you know,
Go look
what's-
it up. No, I don't even want to know. Never mind.
Never mind.
You know what's weird now? It's weird for me to write like a page of anything. It feels
Yeah.
weird to just write.
By hand?
Yes, by hand. Just write. Just write it by hand. Just a page. I don't just writing anything. And it's just like, when's the last time you wrote in cursive? Why
When
did
I
we learn
sign my
that?
name.
I don't even use it. I write in all caps.
My signature.
When I sign stuff.
Right now.
I don't even think they teach cursive anymore in school.
They don't.
They
I
don't.
don't think they do.
They're taking it out.
School is. I mean, I'm gonna be honest.
That
all
is
you
a
need
font.
to do. School is. I mean, I'm all for education, but being out of school for this long and kind of understanding how, I feel like I understand how the world kind of operates. I really only need to know is how to read and how to count.
You know they changed math, right?
Long as I-
Man, it's so stupid now.
They don't even do math the same no more.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make sense. Why do I need to do all of that different stuff? All I need to know is how to add, subtract, multiply, divide, and read.
I think they need to
comprehend.
teach business too. They need to teach business.
I would
They
love
need
to see
teach
that.
business.
They need to teach like accounting. They need to teach taxes. They need to teach like important stuff.
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. They
That's
need to
important
teach
stuff.
kids how to open up a bank account, how to balance a checking account. That's what they need to teach.
how to stay out of debt.
Because
Yeah,
I
they do
really
have
don't.
accounting.
I really don't need
Then
to
that's gonna hurt
learn
too many
like
big pockets.
Right.
English literature and stuff. Like who cares?
That was pointless.
The Scarlet Letter. I don't want to read that. I don't really
remember
care.
I don't remember one thing from literature class, like reading books or whatever.
All I remember from Latin was Ecce Romani.
What was that Latin teacher name?
Langy.
I didn't have Latin. I took Spanish. I was the only person on the team that took Spanish.
I took Spanish too.
Oh, you did? You took Spanish?
Yeah, I took it in the 7th, 8th grade, and that counted as 1 year in high school, and then I took it in high school too.
Yeah, you wasn't on the basketball team. They took that away.
Yeah.
I took Spanish on basketball. I was on basketball and I took Spanish.
Yeah, because like, Jackson, what are you doing? Why are you doing that?
He didn't like it. My dad said, why would you learn anything other than Spanish? You live in Texas.
Right?
Why would you learn anything else?
He's got a point.
Our public schools are failing us, and we wanted to play basketball. So
now one of
I didn't
us
come
is
here
going
to play
the
school.
Now one of us going to the league.
We wanted to play basketball, so you took Latin.
Hackett had a chance, ish.
Yeah.
He's about the only one.
Didn't he play overseas?
I think he did.
I don't know.
Maybe a little bit.
So
Yeah. But I think we're gonna leave this episode here. We're gonna go ahead and end it. We had some other topics, but we might not even get to them. But just honorable mention, we were gonna talk about Bow Wow getting beat up by his girlfriend.
That ain't worth it.
But it wasn't really worth talking about. He did the right thing. You're supposed to take that L. You're not supposed to win that fight. So
I mean, you could leave though. You ain't got to stand there and take it either.
Yeah, you got to take
lose
that.
situation.
You were gonna lose anyway. Like it doesn't matter. Like he was on the elevator. I don't think they were on the elevator. But yeah, you got to
look like he didn't even try to dodge it though. Like it looked like he just took it.
Yeah, I think he probably could have like blocked and held the hands or something, and then don't swing, don't do nothing like that, then don't get hit. Just hold the hands and then just. Like,
just take them licks. They probably don't hurt that much. Just take them licks. And
there's only one man in history that did it correctly and is still a hero today for it, and that's Jay-Z. Solange beat him up on that elevator, but he didn't take none of them hits. He was dodging them jokers. Closed space. He was dodging.
Bobbing and weaving.
Every time I see like this domestic violence thing where women are hitting men, I'd be like, Jay-Z really did his thing on that one, man. Like he really did. Like he makes Jay-Z look that much even. It makes him look even better.
He said, "You are my domestic violence hero right now,
dude." He did it. It's like he got away. He was getting like he didn't retaliate. All he did was just move out of there. Watch that, and then bodyguard grabbed him.
So like if they put like men domestic violence, if I Google it, I should see Jay-Z picture pop up right there.
Yeah,
he wouldn't be no victim because he didn't get hit.
That's what I'm saying. He's the example.
Yeah,
he's the example.
Like everybody, all the men need to be studying Jay-Z's tape. Study that tape. Learn how to bob and weave. Now I can say this: if Beyonce had jumped in when he was on the elevator, he would
have been in some trouble.
Like he would have just had to take that L. But I wouldn't want to mess with Solange anyway, because that's another topic for another day. Well, hope everybody enjoyed this episode of The Wood. I think this is episode 8. Not sure what we're gonna call this episode yet, but it will be up on iTunes. I forgot to put episode 7 up on iTunes, but it will be up with episode 8, so y'all be on the lookout for that. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, The Wood Radio Podcast, or you can look us up, The Wood Unsafe Space. My wife and I have a YouTube channel as well called The Soulmates. Make sure y'all check that out. Link is in the description on the YouTube Live. Nick, what you got?
Yeah, best in rental properties, man. Do fix and flips, all that good stuff. So you're interested in selling a house, hit me up and text me. Probably easier to reach me by text, 682-231-1280. 2 Lines Properties. I think you got me down in the description too. So.
All right. What you got, Brent?
Check out me and my wife's page, Fearless Millennial, on Instagram. It's the best place to follow us. Get all the updates on all the events going on and what's happening.
Brent, why are you using your smooth jazz voice?
You know, I had to hear them.
107.5, the ocean.
Yeah, the Oasis.
The Oasis. That's what it is. The Oasis.
Yeah, I'm gonna have something coming into work soon. So just
You got
some
something,
things in
Marcus? You
work
got something?
coming soon.
All right. We're gonna stay tuned for Marcus. You got something soon. I mean, I love to see everybody doing something, so it's all good, man. But we'll catch y'all on the next one. We up out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Peace out.